Namaste students. Today we will read third poem from Flamingo, Keeping Quiet, written by Pablo Neruda. Now more about poet. Pablo Neruda was the pen name and later the legal name of Chilean poet, diplomat and politician Neftali Ricardo Rias Basalto. He derived his pen name from Czech poet Jan Neruda. Neruda won Nobel Prize for Literature in year 1971. And now, the introduction of the lesson. The poem Keeping Quiet, written by Pablo Neruda, discusses the need of maintaining peace and silence. He stresses upon being quiet and harmless to the human being, animals and environment. He suggests that in order to maintain peace and harmony, it is required to stop and introspect ourselves. And now the rhyming scheme. The rhyme scheme of the poem. The poem is written in free verse. It does not follow any rhyme scheme. And now the first stanza. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. Students, the poetic device used here are, the first one is assonance. First line, count to 12. Use of vowel sound O and E. Now the second poetic device used here is anaphora. Means two consecutive line starting with the word, same word. And it is in the fourth line. Let's not speak, let's stop. Now the meaning of this stanza. Keeping Quiet is a piece-written poem by Chilean poet Pablo Neruda. The poet asks humanity to count number from 1 to 12, 12 being the number of hours in a clock, the number of zodiac sign, or 12 months in an year. The poet suggests to us to keep quiet and still. We count to 12. For at least one moment, no one shall move his arm either to signal or to fight or argue with each other. We may ask him what counting up to 12 and keeping still will help to achieve. Well, his answer is that it will enable us to introspect and lead to better mutual understanding among human beings. And students, the second stanza. It would be an exotic moment without rush, without engine. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hand. The poetic device used here are, first is alliteration. Third line, we would. W sound is repeated. And then sudden strangeness. The very next line, sudden strangeness. S sound is repeated. And now the last line, hurt hand. H sound is repeated. Now the meaning of it. When everything which comes to still, it will be an exotic moment or a rare situation. No one will be in a rush. There will be no engine running. Everyone will be calm and quiet, united with each other in a strange atmosphere. It will be a strange because it has never happened earlier. You can say the poet wants that the fishermen would not harm the whales in the cold sea of polar region. Even the man gathering salt with his own hand must take care of his hurt hands. Overall, poet wants to say no person would be harming any other human being either for food or to earn his livelihood. Third stanza. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. And now the poetic device used here. First is alliteration, war with. W sound is repeated. Clean clothes. C sound is repeated. There's one more poetic device, students. It is assonance. Use of vowel O in victory with no survivors would put on clean clothes. Repetition, use of word war. And now the meaning of it. All kinds of wars must be stopped at once. The green war against environment, wars with poisonous gases, and wars with firearms must be stopped now. In such war, victory is meaningless as there are no survivors left after the war. Instead of fighting wars, people should come out in their best dresses, clean mind and soul. They must go out for a walk with their brothers. They must move about under the shady tree and enjoy doing nothing. The poet does not want that we should confuse stillness with total inactivity. Doing nothing at all would mean death. The poet has no association with death. That is, total inactivity does not have anything to do with death. We think that life is to move about. We should not be always on the move. For a while, we should also take rest and introspect ourselves or look into ourselves. And now the fourth stanza. If we were so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt his sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. And now the meaning of it. Now the poet wants to clarify to his readers that when we ask for them to stop from saying or doing anything, he does not want anyone to become a non-active person. Further, he says that the people continuously working to achieve their task without even thinking about the result. They are in fear of death and therefore wants to achieve most of the things before their death. The poet says we should not take rest for short while. A short silence can put us or can do us a lot of good. Man is pushing himself continuously towards death. So a silence can ease our feeling and help us in removing the sadness. And now the last time. Perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. The poetic device used here again is alliteration, we were. Repetition of word W, so single, S, repetition of the word S. And now the meaning of it. In the end, the poet says, in autumn, the earth becomes so still and silent that it seems to be dead. But later in spring, it is proved that it is alive, not dead. It has new beauties and colors added to it. Similarly, after a little stillness and silence, man can resume his activities in a fresh and better manner. At the end, the poet says, I hope you have understood the meaning of counting up to 12 and now you count to 12 and I will go. I will tell you the word meanings and the poetic device in my video. So thank you students.